Hey, so we're playing with Everton, our last match of the week, match week 38. Do you think we can increase our goal margin?
So we need to score a lot of goals in that match because we don't know what can happen on the other side of Manchester. Yeah. Maybe you never know. Things happen. Yeah? We have to win that match, and we are going to win. It's not about a matter of if we are going to win. It's a matter of how many goals. Because when you look at the matches that we've had Liverpool, Manchester United, Chelsea, Tottenham. We've all
big games.
Beat them, big games.
Do you know that if Declan Rice wins the Premier League, West Ham will get some amount?
Yeah. So they get, I think, £5 million. So West Ham, you need this money. You need this money to invest. Come on.
You have. They need new midfielders.
Right? Arsenal against Everton, it's going to be a very tough match because also Everton want to finish the season on a high note, and also Arsenal,
we still have a chance.
We still have a chance.
So we have to do something.
We have to score a lot of goals, and we have to win the match.
Mesh, hey, so we're playing with Everton, our last match of the week, match week 38, the Premier League last match, and Manchester City are also playing with West Ham. But before we talk about our rival, can we just analyze our own? Everton, they are safe. They're going to be in the Premier League next season. They already marked their spot. They're not going to the relegation, and they're facing us. Do you think we can increase our goal margin?
So we need to score a lot of goals in that match because we don't know what can happen on the other side of Manchester. Yeah. Maybe you never know. Things happen. Yeah.
True.
So and then you find that we are going to win the league with the
goal difference. And especially the underdog teams are the worst. That they come very, very much prepared for the big games.
Yeah, and actually I heard something Antonio said. Please, Antonio. Just do this for your best mate, Declan Rice.
And also to add on what Antonio said, do you know that if Declan Rice wins the Premier League, West Ham will get some amount?
Yeah. So they get, I think, £5 million. So West Ham, you need this money. You need this money to invest. Come on. You have.
They need new midfielders.
Rice. Yeah, so I think Arsenal against Everton, it's going to be a very tough match because also Everton want to finish the season on a high note, and also Arsenal,
we still have a chance. So we have to do something.
We have to score a lot of goals, and we have to win the match.
How
in front of our fans?
How psychologically prepared are you for that match? Because I hear we also are bringing the invisible squad in the Emirates Stadium.
So I'm psychologically prepared, and actually physically, psychologically, everything prepared mentally, because we've been winning since the second leg, since January. We only lost one match to Aston Villa. That is haunting us right now. Yeah. So I think we have to win that match, and we are going to win. It's not about a matter of if we are going to win. It's a matter of how many goals. Because when you look at the matches that we've had Liverpool, Manchester United, Chelsea, Tottenham. We've all beat them, big games. And
now we are remaining with a small one, never.
So let's not say small one because Sean Dyche is quite a
especially with Pickford in the coach.
Yeah. So Sean Dyche is quite a tactical coach, and he does good work in defensive and doing a lot of transition, going back and coming forth. So I think it's going to be a very tough match, but we are Arsenal.
And look at this. Everton were deducted some points, but they are still not in the relegation zone. That means that these people are ready to fight for something.
So that actually shows you who Sean Dyche is. Yeah, because getting deducted points and the players do not lose their minds, their mentality, and they are ready to fight. So that shows how that team, how hard it is to play against.
I know. At Man City are playing West Ham, and West Ham is from London. The last time I was here, and I was just telling people, we are hoping that the 3 games that Man City have not played against London teams, they will favor us. But it seems like they are not going to favor us.
So, these are derbies, and derbies means rivals.
Yeah.
So, and rivals means you don't want your opponent to win. You don't want your rival to win. We actually saw that against Tottenham. Tottenham fans celebrating.
Man City goal.
And Tottenham fans celebrating.
Every fan.
So that shows how that small club is. They have very, I don't know, it's about mentality. Even the coach, Ange Postecoglou, talked about that because he said what he saw in the last 48 hours, it was something fragile. Because you don't expect your own fans to turn against your team, and your team has a chance of playing in the Champions League next season. And then your fans don't turn up. They
especially after the draw against Liverpool.
They actually cheer for the opponent, and then that was very shameful. That was embarrassing. But now We understand. As much as it's rivalry, you have to put your team first.
Yeah. True.
Because this is Champions League. You have to play the Champions League next season. Now, Aston Villa are playing the Champions League next season because Tottenham lost.
Yeah.
So
it's now
so
verified.
Tottenham fans, you have to take that L and you just move on. So I think against Manchester City is going to be a tough match for West Ham. Unless miracle happens, I don't see.
Now, is it safe to say that Man City will be crowned, or how will you?
So 95% Man City are 2023-24 champions, winning 4 Premier League titles in a row, something that has never happened. And I think this now
Farmers League. Is it a Farmers League?
It's becoming boring.
Because if it was not for Jurgen Klopp,
it's actually boring.
If it was not for Jurgen Klopp that time for Corona, maybe Guardiola would be having 10.
I mean, 2, and now this is 3. This is 4. Now that is 6. So that would be 7 in a row.
7.
That would be 7 in a row. So now I think it's becoming quite boring. It's becoming something that I don't really explain what is happening. Having a team, having a team that is charged with 150 charges,
and nothing is being talked about.
Nothing is being talked about. Nothing is even coming from the media. Not even the Premier League talking about 100. Everton, they get charged with only one FFP rule. And they get deducted points. And then here we have Manchester City having 115, and they're still playing. They're still winning titles. So
and remember, Mesh, even when Pep Guardiola was in Barcelona, the same stuff happened, especially when Arsenal played against Barcelona in the final.
Guardiola is a cheat.
Yeah? Is it safe to say he's a cheat?
Guardiola definitely is a cheat, because now what is happening at Barcelona right now, because they have a lot of cases that they used to bribe referees during the Guardiola time. So, and then he comes to Manchester City.
Again, the same speculations.
They get charged with 115 charges. So I think this is a game that he's been playing. And as much as you appreciate him as a good coach, at some point he's a cheat. So I don't know what is happening. Why Man City is not being charged? Why is it not being sanctioned? Because
but they say that's okay.
That's
I heard their director said the sanctioning is going to be done. I think 1 week after the Premier League has ended.
No, they just say as sooner. What is sooner? That has been happening since 2014. That's actually 10 years ago. This team should have been sanctioned, relegated to League One, and all their titles should be given to
the number 2. Whoever finished number 2. Cindy. Okay, and now look at this. How would you rate Arsenal this season compared to last season? Because we are only remaining with, I think, 1 week to the end of the season. The boys have done it. We've seen the likes of Jure and Timber have not come in. We are still having them, although they are fit. How would you rate Arsenal and Mikel Arteta this season?
So I actually rate the boys so much. They've done quite a lot of good work. They've taken this title to the wire, to the last
until the last day. Look at La Liga, look at Ligue 1, look at Bundesliga.
So because when you look at Ligue 1, Madrid won the title, I don't know, 70s or 80s.
2 weeks ago.
Whatever, I don't know. Bundesliga won the title, PSG won the title, AC Milan, Inter Milan won the title. So now, and then we come to the Premier League, it's going up to the last day, the last minute of the season.
You must have 90 points to win.
So that shows you how competitive this league is. And now playing against one of the best teams in Europe, Manchester City, and one of the best cheats in the world. So it becomes quite tough.
How will you rate our squad this season? Our young squad.
So our squad is quite young and can play in the next 5 years. But I think they've done a good job. This is an unpopular opinion, and this is mine. Doesn't represent anybody. I think if Timber and Partey are all fit, we could have won the league maybe with 3 games to spare. But that's not an excuse.
Especially Partey.
It's not an excuse, because when you look at how many matches we've won in the second leg, it's just Aston Villa, and Aston Villa is quite haunting us right now. Because if you won against Aston Villa, it will be Arsenal 100% guaranteed you're going to win the league. So it's quite hard, and but we've had one of the best seasons, and if not this season, even if not next season, definitely Arsenal are going to win titles.
Thank you. And for me personally, I also think that we've had one of the best youngest season, and I think the only season that can be compared to Arsenal's squad, the only young squad that can be compared at least the Arsenal squad is the Real Madrid squad.
Definitely.
Yeah, because I really wanted us to get into a game with the Real Madrid this season so that we can also measure ourselves. But do you think we can do away with someone in that squad right now because we are going into another transfer?
There are a lot of exits. There are a lot of guys that I want them to exit. We start with Ramsdale because he wants to play fast football, so we can't hold him up. So I think that's money to cash in, and having him as a homegrown, that's one of the advantages because that's a lot of profit. Yeah. We have Smith Roy, we have Edin Ketia, we have Reece Nelson, we have Zinchenko. If an offer comes for Zinchenko, I'm giving.
What about Jesus?
Jesus also, if good offer comes, I'm shipping him out.
Look at the game we played. Look at the game we played against Man City, and look at the way Jesus played and Zinchenko. I did enjoy how they played, especially the two games. I was really expecting a lot, and I think for us to have done something this season, I think Arteta would have at least tried to choose that squad well. But we are enjoying our season. We are not that badly off. And I'm really hopeful for next season. But this season, we still have it. Or do you think it has really gone as we complete our show tonight?
So now, when you look at Jesus and Zinchenko, how important they were last season, because it was so hard to win matches without them. Yeah. So this shows how grown we've gone. Yeah. So because now, Zinchenko and Jesus are not first 11 players right now. So this shows you we've moved a step ahead of achieving what actually we want. And now I think we just add some few guys, maybe a striker, a finisher, and then we are good to go.
And I think Mikel Arteta, when he was bringing Jesus and Zinchenko, it was for their leadership skills and their experience in the Man City squad.
It was all about experience and that mentality. And they have actually transmitted that to the other players.
To everyone.
Because when you look at the kind of players that we are having,
we're all having all leaders.
When you look at Declan Rice, Monster,
Gabi,
look at Big Gabi, look at Saliba, look at Kiword, I don't know where he's come from.
Class.
And he's becoming one of the best defenders in the Premier League. Now, they just came to transmit that leadership and that mentality. When you look at Jorginho, he's been added a 1-year contract because he's a leader. He contributes a lot in the dressing room and a lot of things. So I think we are doing good. We just need to add some few people, and then I think next season is our time.
And as we complete our show tonight, I want you to give me your personal opinion, first 11 combined, Arsenal and Man City.
So my first 11 combined, we have Ederson and Raya. So definitely I'm going with Raya. Ederson has been
why not?
Ederson has been on and off this season with a little bit of injuries, though he's a good goalkeeper and age is still past him. So I think David Raya will be good. And then right back, I'll go with Walker.
Kailoka is a good.
Kailoka is a quite good defender. Attacking, defensive is good. And then defensive, I'm going with my two boys, Big Gabi and Saliba. You all know the reasons. The best defenders in the Premier League right now.
The best duo
in the Premier League right now. And then my left back, I would pick Gavadio.
But he has really proved.
He has really proved to be good defender. Mostly these last matches that he's been playing. And then I'm going with Rodri for number 6. And then I'm having Rice for 8. And then 10, I know we have Kevin De Bruyne and Martin Odegaard. And now, I know this is quite an unpopular opinion, but I'm having Martin Odegaard.
I'm also having Martin Odegaard.
That 10. So it's not that KDB is not a good player. KDB is a quality good player.
But there's so many facts
finishing. But there are a lot of facts that we should also consider. He's been off this season on and off because of injuries. Also, the age is past him. So I would pick Odegaard number 10. And then I'm going with Bukayo Saka as a 7. He's a star boy. Foden should play on 11.
On 11?
Yeah. So I'm going with star boy, Bukayo Saka, 7. He's a good dribbling, finishing, defensive, quite good. And then Foden, number 11. And then we have Monster Haaland.
Why would you leave Bernardo Silva and choose Bukayo Saka?
So now Bernardo Silva is a more of a midfielder than a winger. So he plays more of a 8 than a 7.
Yeah.
And now we have a good 8, Declan Rice. We have a good 10 and a good 6. So midfield will be quite well.
And
Also when you look at Gvardiol can also invert into the midfield. So when you bring in Bernardo Silva, so you're going to have Gvardiol, Martin Odegaard, Rodri, Rice and Silva. So you're going to have a midfield of 5, so it will be so much congested. So you need also the flanks, Saka and Foden, and then Haaland, and then you have 3 midfields, Rice, Rodri and Martin Odegaard, and then we'll go to go.
An Arsenal fan outside there will wonder, why would you choose Foden over Trossard?
So Foden is right now is actually the player of the season. He's the Manchester City right now. Because when you look at Haaland is not doing much. KDB is also not doing much. And when you look at the goals that Foden has been scoring right now, they are so deciding. They are decisive goals, and he's been doing quite well. So Foden definitely has to be the player of the season.
Any message to Pep Guardiola?
So, Pep Guardiola, I know you are a cheat, but I can't get my mind out there. So now you just need to finish your job. You've won 4 Premier Leagues in a row. You've won the Champions League. You've won the Super Cups. So now you just need to pack your bags and leave. So you can as well take PSG if it's all about money. PSG also has money. Go and cheat at
Newcastle
PSG.
has money.
Newcastle. We don't need him in the Premier.
Oh,
So go coach a PSG, coach another team, go back to Bayern Munich, go
Russia.
You can even go back to Saudi Arabia.
He's a cheat.
Because I don't understand why every team that you coach after some years there must be
speculations
of cheating bribery and all that. So, but you're a good coach anyway.
Any message to our Arsenal fans?
So Arsenal fans, support the boys. And no matter what happens, the boys have played quite well. They've done a quite tremendous job. And I hope next season will be a better season because we are improving. When you look at the time Mikel took over Arsenal, we've been improving. And now this was a season to check whether we can do something. So next season we're going to the Champions League. We can go up to the final.
We might even play.
You never know. Because we have a new format. We have a new format of Champions League.
Experience.
So we have So we have to finish in the top 8 so that you can go direct to round of 16 and all that. So now and then we'll see what will happen. So Arsenal fans, support the team, show them passion because they've done literally almost everything about Aston Villa to win the title. But this is the margin of the Premier League. It's quite difficult.
Thank you so much, Mesh. And I will also tell our fans to keep calm. Arsenal have really surpassed even my expectations because I didn't expect them to.
Because when you look at the first leg, what was happening in the first leg, I was even thinking, even finishing the top 4 was quite a challenge. But now everything changed in the second leg. We started winning matches. And we win almost 10 matches in a row. We draw Man City, we lose to Aston Villa, and then we win the rest of the matches. So that shows you how improved we are.
And then also, Arsenal, we know so many fans. Okay, it's very evident that Manchester City had a game in hand. Arsenal fans were top of the table, but there is no need to go all over us because Man City won their game. We just wanted to win our game and lose. One day I said we lose in dignity.
Definitely.
Yeah, we lose with dignity.
And that's what is happening.
Yeah, it's
because okay, now you can't tell me we are going to have a title decoration at the Emirates Stadium on Sunday, and you tell me that's not dignity.
True.
Because there will be a chance. So we are going to have fireworks in the dressing room. We are going maybe to have celebration jerseys and t-shirts and all that. We're going to have Premier League officials in the stadium to hand us over the title. We are going to have a Premier League trophy in the stadium because you all know in the
it
event
can
that,
come.
Yeah, it can. Mathematically, it's not over. You know, in some people's heart, they know, and in my heart also, I know maybe Man City are going to be the champions. 95%. Man City are going to be the champions.
But that 5%.
But mathematically, they're going to have a trophy at the Emirates. They're going to have a trophy at the Etihad. So this shows you how close we are. Not like last season. Last season, Man City won the title with some few matches to spare.
Yeah, true.
So this shows how close we are, and we can compete. Shows that we can compete with the best team in Europe, the team that has won treble in last season. So we are even better off.
And for Man City fans, it's not over. I am seeing something like even if we don't win this league, I think we are going to meet them again in the Community Shield.
And I hope Man City gets sanctioned and all the trophies given to number 2s.
Thank you so much, Mesh. To our Big Sports fan, must keep watching, keep liking on our next show. Let's put the notification bell on because we are expecting you on the comment section also to give us what topics you expect us to talk about next. The season is almost over. Don't mind, Big Sports Africa, we are not going to be over. We are here for you. This is Big Sports Africa, still your #1 online football channel in Africa right now.
And the only favor that you can do us right now, Arsenal fans, just follow Big Sports Africa. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That will be warm to us.
Thank you.